a fragrance that I have talked about in the past, maybe a little while after I first started my channel, and I found this at, I believe, a TJ Maxx, and it's not a bad fragrance. If you're interested, then stay tuned. What's up, fragrant world? For those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Keith. This is The Fragrant Life, and here we talk about all things fragrance related. If you are not a subscriber to this channel, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon for notifications, like the videos, share the videos, and definitely be active in the comment section. All of that will be greatly appreciated. Now, let's get to what we are all here for. Fragrances. From the house of Mercedes Benz, which is actually a car company, and they got into fragrances, and not bad, if I must say so myself. The fragrance that I am talking about today, though, no, it's not the ever so popular Mercedes Benz cologne, which is the Dior owned cologne, quote unquote clone or replica copy or whatever. This is Mercedes Benz for men, and I found this one at, I want to say I found this at Ross. It wasn't TJ Maxx. I think I said that in the opening. It wasn't TJ Maxx, it was Ross. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh wow, okay, that's what's up, cool. And I want to say I paid $30. It was like 20 something dollars, 27, 28, 29 bucks. So rounded out to about 30 at the time. And if you want to go back and check out my older video on this, you definitely can. I'll leave that video linked in the description. But this is one I found, and I showed it back then. And as you can see, right, where did it go? Right on this side, you see it going down. There's something in this. I don't know what it is. It was in there when I got this, but it didn't stop me from wearing it. Some people would be appalled by it and they wouldn't wear it, but it doesn't bother me a bit. And it actually, to me, just looks like a sliver of paper or a piece of card, like a thin piece of cardboard. Like if you break open a cardboard box and the outer layer of the box, some of that shreds off. That's pretty much what I think it is, because it's about the same color as a piece of cardboard. It's frayed on the ends like a piece of cardboard. So probably what it is. But this is one not a lot of people mention in the fragrance community. Mostly when people mention Mercedes Benz, they mention the cologne version. There are other versions of this also. It's one in a darker color bottle. I think it's like a gold or gradient looking color or bronzy looking color. But I don't have any of those. I just have this one. And this, I might say, is pretty good. I like this. Definitely can be someone's signature scent if they choose to. It's not overpowering, at least I don't think so anyway. There is one note in this that is a little bit dominant, more so towards the mid, getting close to the dry down, and I'll mention it in a second. Bottle presentation on this is very nice. This is a very heavy, thick glass. As you can see, the bottom of it, that's all glass, thick glass. The cap is very nice. I'm not sure if that is metal or like some thick plastic, but it does click into place. As you can hear, you can hold it by the cap, but I never recommend doing that. Attention to detail, the Mercedes Benz logo on the top just says Mercedes Benz on the front. A little bit of Mercedes Benz on the bottom there. You can see that logo again. And there's some information on the very back Eau de Toilette concentration. This is 120 ml size bottle, and the atomizer is not bad. I'm gonna spray my right hand because I already just sprayed this on my left hand, as you can see, to refresh my memory. But it's not the best atomizer, but it works. Now, a lot of you may be curious as to what this smells like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen this and just maybe passed on it because of the price. They also have those little, it's like the little dabber. It comes with 4 different Mercedes Benz colognes in it. I actually bought that and I took it back because I didn't realize the box is actually bigger than the bottle is inside the box. So I thought it was going to be like a little, you know, sprayer or something like that, but it ended up being a dabber, and I hate dabbers, so I took it back. But the fragrances in that I actually own, so I really didn't care at the time. So but what do I get when I smell this fragrance? Now, this is citrusy, so you do get some citrus. There's, I believe, like some orange or mandarin orange. There's some lemon. There's something else, I believe. I can't remember exactly what the notes are, but you do get citrus up top. In the mid is that note that I mentioned earlier that's kind of dominant, violet. And most of the time when you get violet or violet leaf, it tends to go one of 2 different ways. And then this one, you get the same kind of vibe you get from Dior Fahrenheit. That kind of petrol gasoline kind of vibe. And I know some people say they don't get a gasoline kind of vibe, but to me, I smell gasoline, so that's just how it comes off to me. But it's not overpowering or overbearing, if you ask me. It is a strong violet note that's in this. Maybe not as strong as Dior Fahrenheit, but it is there. This is a woody style fragrance also. This is a fresh spicy, a warm spicy. I know it has some patchouli. There's some cedar in this. There are tons of notes, and I'll list them right here. And I'll also leave this here for those of you who don't want to read the notes. You just want a brief description of what you're getting. So here's that. And I like this scent. Now, today was a relatively cool day. Fall is actually starting to come in now. It's starting to actually feel like fall. It was cool. It was a little chilly this morning. Going into the lunchtime hours, it wasn't as hot as it usually is. I wasn't sweating like I usually am. It was nice. It was a nice breeze blowing all day long. And this performed excellently. I got about 6 to maybe 7 hours of longevity out of this fragrance. Off of my shirt, it actually lasted beyond that, of course, because it's hugging or grabbing onto the material. But on my skin, I got about 6 to 7 hours. That's going to vary for certain people. I know, sometimes certain things don't go for certain people. I can attest to this. People post all the time that they get, 10 to 12 hours out of certain fragrances. And then I comment and say, well, I only got 4.5, 5 hours out of it. But that's the beauty of this whole thing. So, projection, I got about 2 to 2.5 hours of projection. Very good projection out of this. And like I said, about 6 to 7 hours of longevity on my skin. On my shirt, as I said before, a little longer than that, maybe 10 plus hours. But for the most part, I think if you can find this fragrance a little cheaper than $30, I'll say pull the trigger. to me, I don't really care if a fragrance is 120 or 125 ml size bottle. The means have to justify that. And if a fragrance does not perform, I still can't justify spending that kind of money, even if it is a big size bottle. I know some people will say, oh, well, 120, 125 mLs, you're getting a lot of juice for a certain amount of money. Yeah, but is it really worth that if it's not performing for you? No. That money you could have saved and you could have put towards something else that you either know gonna work for you, or you could have took a portion of that money, subscribed to a website like Royalty Scents, perhaps, where you can get all of your decanting needs. I just thought I had throw that in there real quick. But anyway, very good fragrance. I like it. I don't justify it as being $30, maybe $20 at the max, possibly 25. It just depends, but I don't see $30. And I know some people are going to be like, oh man, you said 25. That's only $5 more if you go ahead and add 5. Like, no, 20, maybe 25, depending. But I do say, if you really want to get your nose on this fragrance, then get that little 4-piece set if you can find it at a Ross or something like that. And I'm pretty sure it's inexpensive. It's got to be like, I think the last time I saw it, it was like maybe $14, $15, and it's like 4 different Mercedes Benz fragrances. I think it's like this one, the Mercedes Benz Cologne, the one that smells like the lemonade, and it was like 2 other ones in there, which I think that's a better buy. At least you're not spending $30 on this and you're not satisfied when you got, you know, besides this, you got 3 other fragrances that you can sample and get out of the way, pick and choose which ones you want to invest in and go for it. So with that being said, y'all, I love this scent. As you can see, I put a little bit of a dent in this. I've worn this several times. It's going to be kind of hard to wear this and put a big dent in it. And I don't wear fragrances like this every single day over and over and over. So that's just my motto and what I live by, my creed. So with that being said, not a bad scent. Once again, I don't justify it being $30, but hey, you live and you learn. So that's all I got for you. If you have any familiarity with this fragrance or any other fragrance from the house of Mercedes Benz, definitely let me know in the comment section. That way I, for myself, can possibly get some samples, some decants or something like that, and check those other fragrances out and maybe get them in my collection. So here is to smelling great. Peace, y'all.